This is Tammy with IVS Computer Technology. I'm going to take a look at how you can customize your floating toolbar so that you can bring your favorite tools from within Notebook software and use them outside of Notebook software. For example, if you're on the internet or using a software CD or anything else you can view on your computer. The first thing you'll need to do is check to see that you have your Floating Tools tab. It's this gray tab that'll be either on the left or the right-hand side of your screen. If not, go ahead and look down in the far lower right of your screen within your Windows notification toolbar. You're looking for your Smartboard Tools icon. The icon looks like a blue square with a white circle. Once you select that icon, you're going to get a menu, and you're looking for the fifth option from the top. It should say Show Floating Tools. Mine says Hide Floating Tools because my floating tools are already showing. Once your floating tools are showing, we're going to go ahead and choose that double arrow at the top of the Floating Toolbar tab. This is going to reveal the floating toolbar. So these are some great tools that I can use outside of Notebook software, for example, when I'm on the internet. But if there's a tool that I want to add to this, I'm going to customize by choosing the Customize icon. All the way at the bottom of that floating toolbar, it looks like a gear. So once I select that Customize icon, I'm going to get a menu of choices, and the way that I bring them into my floating toolbar is just to drag them in. So if I want quick access to a calculator, I'm just going to select that calculator with my mouse, drag it over to the floating toolbar, and drop it in where I'd like it. One tool that I always recommend that our teachers have is the Screen Capture Toolbar. And the reason this is nice to have within Floating Tools is because even if you haven't launched Notebook software for the day, you may find a great example or a great picture to use with your lesson. And so one touch to that Screen Capture Toolbar within your Floating Tools, and you're able to bring an image into Notebook software. So it's a really fast way of saving time. Now, if you see a tool that you're not necessarily going to use, or you change your mind about a tool you brought in, all you need to do is select it within the floating toolbar, drag it off, and drop it into anywhere in that window. And it's going to disappear. Notice that that calculator is gone. One other thing I can do, if I bring in a lot of tools into my floating toolbar, if I need more space, in the lower left-hand corner, I have the option to add a column. So if I choose that plus next to columns, it gives me more space to customize my tools. I like to have more than one highlighter because I can actually change the color of those highlighters so that when I'm on the internet or when I need to point something out, I don't have all just one color highlighter. So I'm going to select Done, and all of those tools are now saved into my floating toolbar. Now to customize that highlighter, all I need to do is select the highlighter from within my floating toolbar, and notice I have that Customize icon again, that gear. Once I select that Customize icon, within this Properties tab, I can change the color and thickness of that line. Now in order to keep these changes, I'm going to need to choose that button that says Save Tool Properties. So notice that my yellow highlighter is going to turn blue as soon as I choose Save. So that tells me that I have a blue highlighter in my floating toolbar. So if I were to go to the internet or my software CD or my desktop, anything else I can view, I can use these floating tools to highlight. For example, here's IVS on Facebook. I can select that capture tool to capture that image or example into Notebook software easily.